Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning for the month of November using a monthly overview kit from Sweet Kawaii Design. And in yesterday's Plan With Me video, I talked about Disneyland and how I wanted to save that story for this video, so I just wanted to get right into it. We honestly weren't in Disneyland for very long. It was really hot and there were a lot more people than I was hoping for. Just getting from the parking lot into Disneyland took about an hour. Maybe we just went at the worst time, but there were a lot of people and it was a Monday. The first thing we did was take a picture. I really wanted to get it out of the way and not have to worry about it when we were all tired and just wanted to leave. But of course, my boys did not smile. They were kind of freaked out by all of the people around, and the person taking the picture was a stranger, so I wish we would have done the picture at the huge Mickey pumpkin, but there was a huge line and we would have had to wait out in the sun and it was getting really hot. The first ride that PJ went on at a Disney park was Dumbo, and every time we'd go back, that's the ride that we would start with. So I wanted to keep the tradition going and go on the Dumbo ride. When I had checked my phone, the wait time was 15 minutes, and by the time we got there, it had jumped to 35 minutes. So right away, we knew it was going to be a long day. We went on a few more rides, and then it was already time for the parade that they were going to have, so we went to It's a Small World because that's where the parade starts, and I had been told that's where you get the best view. But this parade was really small and almost kind of sad that we sat and waited for it. There's basically just Mickey and his friends and then a car and some more characters in the back, but there was no float or anything else, which was kind of disappointing. And at that point, we decided to go back to the hotel for nap time and then come back after they woke up. I was considering having them nap in the stroller. I really think they could have, but it was so hot outside that I didn't want to risk them overheating in the stroller. It was really hard to find a shady area. And another thing that we had done in the past was walk through the stores during nap time because it's air conditioned and all the stores are connected, but there were just way too many people. And we ended up not going back to Disneyland after nap time. I was really sad about it, but I think it was the best decision for us. My husband and I were kind of freaking out at the park because PJ was just not being himself, and we couldn't really fully pinpoint what happened. He pretty much stopped talking and was pointing and gesturing for everything, and he was also drooling a lot, so we were really concerned. We think it could have been from having some sort of anxiety. There were a lot of new things all around him. People, rides, music, noise, like everything was just surrounding him. And I think it definitely overwhelmed him. He had fun on the rides, but he had a hard time leaving the ride. He didn't want to get off. It was really short and he didn't like waiting in line. I think the best time that both of the boys had at Disneyland was actually in Goofy's Playhouse. It has a little playground and they were so happy to be free and not waiting in line for anything. But some people just let their kids run free and it was a little dangerous at times. But anyways, after nap time, I had asked PJ if he wanted to go back to Disneyland, and we were just planning to walk around and look at all of the Halloween decorations at night, but he kept saying no, he did not want to go. We were trying to work on getting him to talk to us again, and we just felt like going back to Disneyland might make it worse, so we just stayed at the hotel. And then that night, PJ actually was waking up every hour to maybe even 40 minutes, and he'd be crying. So that's when we learned that he was starting to get sick. He was really hot at night, and he was having a lot of trouble staying asleep. So as you can imagine, the car ride home was really difficult. I once again sat with both of the boys in the back. One was sick, the other was car sick, and I had my hands full. So now we think that maybe PJ was already not feeling well at Disneyland, and all of the people and the stress of the surroundings didn't help. We think maybe that's why he was drooling, because it hurt to swallow anything. He has now been telling us that his mouth hurts and he's had a sore throat, so I don't know if that's why that was happening, but we are definitely holding off on Disney for quite some time. I don't know when I'll be ready to go back. It's definitely a lot more manageable when someone else would be able to join us, like my siblings or my parents. But at the end of the day, I felt really bad for throwing him into this new environment. I know I had the best intentions, but it just broke my heart that he was not his normal, silly, carefree self. So ever since we have been home, we have just been processing the whole trip and trying to figure out what happened and what we can do better next time. As far as plans for the month of November, as you can see, we have a lot of birthdays going on this month. My cousin, sister-in-law, another cousin, my aunt, my brother-in-law, and then this year my sister's birthday lands on Thanksgiving. So we have a lot of people to celebrate, and my family isn't the type to plan in advance, so I won't know if there are any parties going on until probably a few days beforehand. But most of the time in the past, we have celebrated all the November birthdays on Thanksgiving, but we will see how this year goes. I did end up adding a couple of things after filming this. One is my son is having his 15-month doctor's appointment, and the other is that we are planning to take family photos. It hasn't been fully confirmed yet, but I think we are going with November 23rd. But that is all I have planned for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.